All right, good morning, traders. This is Abdurrahman from FXLTariq.com, and I'm going to show you what's on my radar this morning. We have the Aussie US dollar on the daily chart. What we have here is our bin trade setup. Looks right. One thing that I wanted to do was this. I was watching the New York close my time last night, and I just could not get in and get this trade out to you guys quickly. This thing had taken off as soon as it closed. It went around 47 pips, and as you can see during the Asian session this morning, as always, as most of the time, it does a retrace. I'm trying to get in on this trade at the best possible entry, looking to make an entry as close as we can up on the Asian session or the low. Doesn't matter. We will get in, make an entry on this particular trade, hopefully, and take it for a ride. This is a daily bin trade, and we're looking at targets somewhere around in this area, 7055. I'm going to put the targets for this area around here, right just above our zone at 0.7039. With that said, we will move to the next one. The next one that's on my radar, which looks really good for a setup today. I'm looking for a pogo setup, possible pogo setup. Once that triggers, we will also go into a sell trade. So we will wait for today's close and enter into possibly this trade, depending on how it goes, tomorrow. Stops above the high, entry below the low here, targets down in this particular area on the zone above the 88.81 zone. If it looks as good as I think it does, we shall see. Another one on my radar is I was watching the Great Britain Aussie. This thing just took off too fast. Another one of those yesterday. As soon as it closed, it just skyrocketed up 153 pips today. Looks like I may be entering into this trade on the Voyager. We shall wait and see. We shall wait and see what happens with the good old Great Britain Aussie trade. It's on the radar, folks. It's just a matter of how do I get in and enter in the trade. Is it worth me to put my money on it? We shall see. Another one that just went and took off was the Great Britain New Zealand. It did the same thing. Oh, nope, not that one. It didn't do it. It just retraced up. I'm looking to get into also a sell trade on this one. We shall see. Great Britain US dollar. Not looking so well. Looking to go back up on a retrace. We will leave this alone until it shows its hand as to what it wants to do. I'm not, this was a nice big shadow trade that hit, but I just not convinced it just wasn't, the candle that wasn't bullish enough to enter to a sell trade. And even if you did, where you're going to go is very limited. So at the moment, I'm going to leave cable alone and let cable do its thing, and when it shows its hands, we shall see. Here is another trade that I'm looking at. It is the New Zealand yen trade. Looking at, it's a bin trade, folks. It did bend pretty well. Let's see what happens with this particular trade if we get down in these areas and into a sale, off of a sale. Last one other trade that I'm looking at, also a bin trade. It's similar as the Kiwi. I'm sorry, the Kiwi yen. We will see how this forms out. The bin trade is there. We will see what the market's going to do and tell us. The last trade that I'm looking at, is the Great Britain Swissy. What we have here is that we're looking for today a Acapulco trade. If it shows its hands, we will put our stops above the 1.4678 on my chart and enter to a sale, whichever the lowest, either the cliff or the diver, and we will enter it into a sale. This is falling back into a box that we were seeing here previously, so we'll take it as a box trade and put our target somewhere around here, 1.4388. Not much there, however, we shall see 120 pips. 147. You won't get a 1-for-1 for those, 1-for-1 for this. So those who look for a 1-for-1, you're just not going to get it. However, you can get some decent pips from this particular trade, in my opinion. With that said, that's what's on my radar. Hope you guys are having a wonderful week as we are. Again,